back to day 2 of MDL group stage action. I'm LD. I'm joined here by Luminous and Merlini. We have OG versus Newbee coming up. We are waiting on the players right now, so we have a little time to recap how day 1 went, talk about what's in store for us. For those just joining, curious about the format, it's a full BO1 round robin. The top 4 go to the upper bracket, the bottom 4 to the lower bracket. $250,000 up for grabs. And, well, day 1 saw rise of the LGDs, guys. LGD 4-0. They took down EG. LGD Forever Young, 3-1. I think their only loss was to LGD Classic, so when an LGD team is playing another team, they don't lose.
China #1.
China #1. You didn't sound very confident yesterday, Lumi. I seem to recall you saying that the Chinese teams had no chance.
I mean, it's group stage. Don't matter.
Don't matter.
Don't matter.
It only matters at the last match of the tournament, right? So.
I agree.
And EG saving
that's where clutch gamers really pull out the clutch plays.
Yeah, Clutch Gamer is unfortunately on the other end of the LGD spectrum.
0-4.
They are 0-4.
And
It's okay. You'll still make it to the finals. The second
playoff.
phase.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
yeah, so today's the last day of the group stage. We've got 2 streams going on. BTS 1, which if you're hearing this, you're there. And Beyond the Summit 2, twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 2, Breaky CPK and Z-Rock bringing you all the action. And I promise it will be more exciting
need to
than
make some
what
coffee.
Lumi's yawn makes you. You can do it now. We don't have the game yet.
Okay, I'll make coffee. Do you guys want coffee too?
No, thank you.
I've got Monster.
I still find Dota exciting.
Lumi did not get enough sleep. Ben.
Why?
I
Call
don't-
time's at 7.
I know. This is like the ideal time to cast.
Yes.
You know?
This is the perfect time.
Cast till like 1 a.m., then you're getting a little sleepy. Not that overnight shift nonsense. So while Lumi's gone, tell me what you really think about him.
Luby? Luby's hilarious.
I love Lumi.
Oh my god. His poor English is one of his main drawing points.
But he doesn't embrace it. Like, he didn't want the top shelf Lumi.
Well, he's probably heard that so many times.
Yeah, he's sick of it.
It's like you saying wow.
Every
hearing
time.
wow,
That's true,
right?
but yeah, it's true. I don't really embrace it either. Yeah. Draskell embraces it though.
But it's not
Every
his
time
to,
I
it's
see
not
him.
his to embrace.
Yeah.
What?
But every time I see him, he's like, "Let's watch Top Shelf Lumi." So I'm like, "Is this all you do, Andy, when you're not pubbing all day?"
I think Lumi's hilarious though. He knows enough about English to know all the idioms and stuff, but not enough to say them all perfectly.
Yeah. It's
So-
like the little grammar details he gets wrong, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
Linguist.
really criticize him. I have absolutely no grasp of any other language except for English. A little French, but very little.
Sometimes I'm not sure if he does it intentionally too. Sometimes I think he does, and he knows it's funny, and he still doesn't.
He definitely hams it up.
Sometimes he just has no idea, and it's hilarious. I don't know which one I find more funny though. Probably the latter, when he has no clue.
I like kind of baiting him, you know, like getting him to say something he shouldn't.
Oh yeah.
What can we bait him to say today?
I don't know. The world's your oyster.
Try to get him to say the world is your oyster.
Oh no, I was saying that to you.
Oh, you're saying the world is my oyster.
Yeah. So you can do whatever you want.
Okay. Anything.
Anything, man. Anything.
Can I bring James to TI7?
We're talking about getting Lumi to say stuff.
Yeah. What if Lumi says the magic words?
You can't.
Do you think that'll tip the
Say
scales?
like some Gaben chant that he can do. I don't think that would work.
I don't know. Bruno was in the chat yesterday. Maybe if Lumi gives a heartfelt plea.
Does Lumi have that much weight?
I mean, Lumi is a 3-time TI Grand Finals caster. Only person who has more weight than him is Toby.
All right. All right.
And maybe Vlad.
Oh, game starting. What? I'm so not used to this. Actually, it's 15 minutes late. This is still earlier
This
than
is
expected.
on time by China standards.
This is early by
And
any
by
tournament
BTS standards, this is like way too early.
I know.
You guys should have to wait at least an hour. Let's take the stream down, Eric. We'll come back and cast via Dota TV. Nice little 5-minute delay.
It must suck for those people that are like, oh man, OG game's on at 7. Okay, I'll come in by 7:45. I can probably catch a draft, right?
Right, that's the thing. We've trained them to tune in late, and now we're ready to go relatively on time.
How dare you, MDL? How dare you make your fans miss their favorite Dota teams play? by starting on time.
Despicable. Someday they'll start late.
Okay, so OG has a whopping
Whopping.
1-2 record. So it's not looking very
How
good for
can you
them.
define it as whopping when you didn't even know what the numbers were?
I knew it was bad. I wasn't sure if it was 1-3 or 1-2.
Okay.
So
So it was either a double or a triple whopper, but you know,
yep.
there's only one way to find it. All right, so on to the draft here. Drow is the hero of the tournament, it seems. First phase banned by OG. Everybody's banning that Drow right now, or picking
There's
it.
so many Chinese teams at this tournament that you have to ban Drow because they all love that Drow. It's 5 Chinese teams out of 8 teams because Vici replaced the EU qualifier.
Who was the EU qualifier originally?
Europe qualifier was canceled due to schedule problem. The slot was given to Vici Gaming, so there weren't even any
The
qualifiers.
classic schedule problem
Chinese tournament.
that leads to a fortuitous Chinese replacement.
How convenient.
The fix is in.
How convenient for them.
Newbee are actually going to ban that Fly Shadow Shaman first phase.
Wow.
That's surprising.
That's
You say
super
great.
surprising.
We'll take the much more OP hero.
Yeah, aren't you happy if they pick Shadow Shaman first?
Yeah, the King of Sand comes out. Like, there's ways to punish that Shadow Shaman, right?
Yes. Pretty much by picking any normal hero.
Oh dear.
They have won one game. It was not with the Shadow Shaman. Okay. Good stuff.
5 seconds remaining.
Disruptor.
They did run a Meepo yesterday too, OG, but they got crushed pretty badly, I might add.
Yeah, that's like the don't forget we can run Meepo pick, but it only works if you win, you know.
Yeah, just like the Shadow Shaman. It's like
Yeah.
they don't win that. It is pretty good for them, but there's still like Visage, there's still Dazzle. I think there's plenty of other 5s that they still do well with that. But Newbee probably coming in here pretty confident.
5 seconds remaining.
Head full of steam.
Newbee are also 1-2. A whopping 1-2. The double whopper.
OG's turn to pick.
No, that's the double whopper, Ben.
Oh man, this is for all the whoppers. So the winner of this gets quadruple whopper?
We talked about EG saving strats yet?
You already did.
We're
'Cause
waiting
yesterday-
for you to deliver the
EG's
sermon.
not here, man.
I know, but they lost the game yesterday, right?
Not everything's about EG.
Did you guys watch that game? They ran 5-position puck with the mid
They ran it twice. Actually, they ran it in the second stream before you guys cast that game.
5-position puck twice?
Yes.
Damn, man,
Apparently they
that's-
won. They ran it versus Clutch Gamers, and then again, I think it was versus one of the LGD teams.
Right, but the winning against clutch gamers that actually count.
It's like LeBron dunking on high schoolers.
Yeah,
maybe?
exactly.
College players. The 76ers.
Are they that bad?
I
I'm not into the...
They're actually looking a little up, but they've been pretty consistent.
What was their record this last season?
Not great, but there's like some signs of life, you know.
You know, in like professional sports, if you have like a 65% win rate, you're like god tier. But in
Dota, it's like
Dota's-
you're like, eh.
yeah, there's
you're
so many
okay.
trash can teams that 65% is okay. You might be T1.
There's a lot of trash can teams in professional sports, though.
Yeah, but they're still good.
In the eyes of the fans, though, if you're not like top 5, you're
EG has a 61%
Garbage.
win rate, according to the Dota buff.
Oh, okay.
So they're trash can team too by
Trash cans.
trash cans.
I don't know where you got that statistic, but I think
I think this was back when they used to have to qualify for everything. Because they would just like romp everyone in the qualifiers. Now EG gets invited to every
Now,
tournament. so
bear
they
in
only
mind,
play good
EG's
teams.
professional stats go back to like when Demon and Melk were on the team.
Okay,
so-
That's
so here's-
2012.
all right. Let me sort it by time. Sort
Let's
it by
filter this by like year. or something.
last 12 months.
Last 12 months. Okay, what are we looking at?
61%.
Oh. But also bear in mind, they're
about
only
without-
playing.
Wait, I don't.
They're
I don't-
only listen as an EG apologist here. In their defense,
Is
they're
that
only
true?
playing like tier 1 competition nowadays, right? Because they're
Yeah,
mostly
yeah,
just
I
getting
don't
Exactly.
think that's sorted properly. Let me pull out the calculator because I'm only 780 in math. 115 plus 72, so that's 187 total games. So 64%.
Can
by
we just
last year.
stream Lumi using calculator? I feel like this is way more fun than the actual.
So they have a
Commentary.
65% win rate in the past year.
Okay.
Is that what Ben would call a dumpster statistic?
Infamous is 73%.
Yes, in South America.
So Infamous
in
is,
qualifiers.
Remember, like in Newbie and Secret had these like obnoxious win streaks.
yeah.
That happens.
Newbies turn to
What
pick.
was Newbie's like 22 or something?
Yeah, they had like a 2-month winning streak or something after TI. It was ridiculous.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I hate to interrupt, but we do have a draft, and we should at least talk a little bit about it
I
here.
mean, there is not a Lich, so there's not much.
There was a Shaman first phase ban, so Fly gets that big respect ban. OG snap up the King of Sand himself.
5
Newbie
seconds
going for these
remaining.
strong, kind of stable playmakers, the Disruptor, the Earthshaker. OG grabbed the Bristleback, who's been kind of ignored for the most part, at least in the games we've cast in the group stage here at MDL. I do find this interesting. Newbie going for that Bloodseeker ban, which we saw a decent amount of in tandem with Bristle in the qualifiers, mainly for Europe and CIS. And the IO Guts ban second stage, so kind of the Bristleback partners that let him farm those Ancients getting removed here.
They aren't scared of Dazzle. Dazzle Bristle has been obnoxious. Anyways. OG did draft slightly greedily in some of their games. They also, drafted Batrider into Oracle
Into
plus-
Oracle Nyx.
Was,
Yeah.
was that OG? Or was that a different team?
Was that OG?
I don't think it was OG.
No, I don't think it was OG.
It was
a
one
different
of-
team. But they also
Al-
drafted Meepo into, Void AA?
Yeah.
It's been tough for them.
There was that Arc Warden game.
It was our
where-
recording game.
And then the Invoker last pick, we didn't think that was good. Yeah, I think OG just drafts very greedily. Fly also likes a 5-position Phoenix quite a lot of time. I mean, if you could get away with that and go for a long game, your talents really carries you. But
I mean, Fly's had some incredible performances on said Phoenix, though. But it is all about like what's around that, and is there room for the Phoenix? Phoenix could be good this game. You know, you're up against
OG's
Bristleback,
turn to pick.
but not a Newbie hero so much, I would say. Seen on occasion from the team in the past, but not recently.
doesn't Kaga have a really good Phoenix?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
Nowadays,
his
he
first
seems
best hero.
Seconds remaining.
Or
First
it
best
was
hero?
it was the hero that he was best with first.
5
Yeah.
seconds.
They've kind of
Okay.
shied away from running that. They like these like supports that have more pick-off potential or
Reserve time.
That could roam more.
disable. Yeah.
He's not a static laner anymore. He used to be much more static. But Kaka's been running around everywhere. All
He's
lanes, all day.
The new FY.
Yep.
A little less greedy, though. So what do OG want here? And how are they planning to lane this? So the Bristle, it's always open-ended. I think they've run it in all 3 roles, I want to say.
I mean, I'm looking at OG's past 3 draft, and I don't see a single hero that they've ran twice so far.
Are they doing the VP challenge? Did they run Sand King or Bristle?
Not yet.
Okay. You're only looking at 2 drafts, though.
You know, I'm cycling through all 3.
I don't think if you're OG, you need to give yourself more of a challenge than the one already ahead of you.
They ain't no Virtus Pro yet.
I mean, my point is, it's really hard to predict what they will play because they could play.
I mean, are you at all concerned if you're an OG fan, given that they were at Manila, they were at Epicenter, we're now seeing just the beginning of MDL, and they have not really looked that good on this patch yet. There hasn't been a point where it's like this is the OG that won the majors.
They're just trying to sneak in a TI. Just
Under the radar.
yeah.
They
So-
won 2 majors. No one's gonna ignore them.
only 2.
Yeah.
Get with the times.
Hey, that's 100% win rate.
10 seconds.
A lot
remaining.
higher than EG. You know. I don't
5
think they're
seconds
sneaking in under the
remaining.
radar.
But 0 TI wins.
Yes. A 0% win rate.
OG's turn
Infinitely
to pick.
worse than EG's TI win rate.
780s.
No. Plebs. Well, Newbee are going to go for the Death Prophet here. So, as they often do, they love these like
10
big
seconds
group up
remaining.
and fight type combinations.
Tough versus Dazzle, though,
They'll get it
I
here.
would say.
Newbies
Why is that?
turn to
Weave?
ban.
Weave. Yeah, remember Sven's kind of seen as a Death Prophet counter? I think Dazzle's also pretty decent. But not great.
Well, very balanced composition for OG. Not overly greedy. Some good team fights, some good late game, good split
10
push. They
seconds
farm well.
remaining.
They can fight relatively early.
That's before you see their last pick. If
Yes.
Bristle goes
Here comes the
position
Meepo.
3.
Here comes the Meepo.
Yeah, if it's Meepo, then it's... Then... Whew.
Reserved
But they can't
Times are tough.
they can't pick Meepo. They've already run it, so it has to be a hero that.
seconds remaining.
They've already run Invoker.
They were
That's
ran
true.
Invoker.
Okay,
so
they're not doing the
Yeah,
all
with the
hero
Invoker pick,
OG's
it's Dunzo.
turn to ban.
Dunzo, indeed.
So yesterday, they ran the Oracle support. Well, they being IGA, right? It was Bobaga playing the Oracle, helping out his mid.
Godly Oracle. I
Yeah,
might
it
add.
was- I wonder if Kaka. I mean, I'm pretty sure he could play it. I don't know if.
I don't know if you would ban the bat if you're going for the Oracle though. So that in fact may indicate Newbee don't want the Oracle.
I mean, Bat was picked into the Oracle yesterday, so
And he got
evidently,
he got dumpstered, you know. So
Yeah. Okay.
is it an off-lane shaker? I mean, we assume so, but
The only time we haven't seen an off-lane shaker was when Afu was playing it.
10 seconds remaining.
Played at Rome, and it was actually much more impressive.
5 seconds.
He kind of got the Blink Dagger around the same time an off-lane shaker would, except he was like active on the map at the same time. So.
I'm trying to. Ooh, look at this from OG. Some really heavy push here. Great objective taking lineup now. Physical damage out the wazoo.
Does Spirit Siphon break Cloak? And does it break it instantly, you know, like
10
really
seconds
fast?
remaining.
I wonder, what is the Cloak's like damage threshold?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
think it's.
Does anybody know?
Not sure.
Where
top
is
of my
our
head.
Visage expert?
50.
Reserved
50 damage. And Spirit Siphon,
5
I
seconds
presume, does more than 50 damage per
Percentage
second?
base, right?
Percentage.
So it
So-
depends on your.
Okay, alright.
Well, just we just looked up death.
Oh. I just typed def and I thought it would
And you got
Give me-
gold. Death and you got gold.
def timer. Def profit.
Death Note.
Def no. Classic anime.
Is that a good anime? Luna?
That is indeed. Even if you're not an anime fan, you should just
All right,
watch
so
it.
max health drain per second.
0.25 second intervals. Quick, do the math. 0.25
I
second
can't.
intervals.
Only 780.
What is it, 5% a second? Yeah. You
So
got
it's
this, dude.
1.25.
1.25% a second.
Yeah.
So how much HP do they need?
1.25 per second.
1.25% per second.
Oh god, the pressure's on. So you want the final result to be
I'm
50,
relishing
right?
this, by the way.
The game's gonna be over by the time this one's done.
All right, so if Visage
Oh
has
my-
100 HP, right, and you do 1 point,
You do 1.25
Okay, the
damage.
answer's
second.
400. Get out of here. God.
is that the answer?
I'm so triggered already.
I mean, I'm not even trying.
Oh.
What a try-hard math guy.
No. I'm just kidding.
Is that the standard NA excuse? I'm not even trying.
Excuse.
No, you just start walking
I'm
down
just
mid.
kidding.
That is the
No.
standard and excuse.
I think
Technically,
I think 400 is a bit too
Oh
low,
my
right?
god. what
400
the-
would be 5, so you need 4,000 HP.
Yeah.
What did he
So
do to
it would
my
pretty much never happen.
hotkeys?
So it will never break.
No, wait, the Doom yesterday would.
What?
Why-
Doom yesterday had 4,200 HP, dude.
Right, but Visage is not gonna have 4,000 HP.
Yeah. She could. Look at all
Confirm
the
Visage
talents,
will
dude.
not have.
Get multiple hearts.
So our hypothesis is that.
Okay, 300 health talent, 90 gold per minute.
Okay.
Do the math. How long would it take for her to get like?
Our
hearts?
hypothesis is that Spear Siphon should not break Cloak, but you know.
Take it easy. We got action, and it's Kaka giving up the first blood.
Oh
my
that
God.
was
And they're
so
giving it
easy.
to Ana. Easy Midas.
They were.
Okay, I gotta fix my hotkeys here.
So he insta buys a salve and a clarity. Is that the play? He sells a clarity. Okay.
Why is it
Oh,
He's gonna just.
it's position 1 Visage.
Oh.
Okay. Position 1 Visage.
Okay.
We've heard talks of this before. I think I've seen Matumbo Man played in his pubs a decent amount. Talents are pretty good.
So you get 30% experience, 50 damage. I assume 300 health, right? Or do you get the Soul Assumption double strike?
Not sure.
And then you get I guess
I
at that point
actually
it
don't
depends on what item
remember.
he has, right? Okay.
Yeah. I haven't actually like seen it. In
So
action.
I actually was talking to Parker about just like a core Visage yesterday, and something that he touched on is that you get much quicker levels on a core Visage, and that means you get max Cloak much faster, and then you're just like an unkillable beast early on. That's his read on the advantage of a core Visage.
Well, he's in lane versus Shaker, so it won't actually be that bad for him anyways.
But I mean, like he could show up to like a mid-team fight, like being level 8, when everyone's like level 5, and he just walks in with max cloak and just
It'd be awesome.
be like, "What's up?"
What up?
All right, we're all good here, Mr. Eric.
Excellent.
Ben can relax.
Yay.
So, look at our lane matchups here, gentlemen, as we get underway. Nothing too surprising. It's going to be the off-lane Bristle for Mr. S4, Fly giving him a little support, Kaka blocking the Ancient stacks and generally being a pest. Mid lane and Invoker versus DP showdown, albeit with a nice early advantage for that Invoker. KP on the off-lane Earthshaker, and then, as you mentioned, the most interesting part of this game, a micro hero for Mr. Micro Skills, No Tail on the Bissell.
Some things that I've seen about the pro teams that are so good about giving the actual kill to the Invoker with the Sunstrike instead of just having it do damage. The downside is you don't actually get full damage from it, but the upside is that the Invoker gets a lot more than he would normally from it.
And that's been like the change, right? It used to be that you just throw the Sunstrike
Yeah, anytime.
ASAP, right? Now teams are just making sure they do hit with it.
Tough lane for the Bristle, though. Oogie is giving him the claws and the clap, and he might actually be able to kill him off here. He's trying. The quills are stacking up. The heal could really ruin him. It's going down in a few seconds. Not in time. S4 playing a little too cocky.
Yeah, both teams were trying to bait it out. Fly was holding out that heal, and then of course Ursa was holding on his like big 8 charge magic stick. But Ursa had more, I guess.
Yeah, with this dual lane off lane, Kaka is trying to pressure mid. Definitely wants to.
Moogie just ate a heal bomb though. He's gonna actually that's the thing about sometimes getting kills in your lanes. Like yeah, it's good getting a kill, but sometimes you can't actually farm that well after it because you have to expend all your HP and all your mana. Whereas S4 comes back, he's a Bristle, he can spam him down all the way yet another time. This pull. I wonder if this pull is still gonna be in the game by TI.
I mean, it's not guaranteed. You still have to time it properly, but
There's so few heroes that you can do this with, though. Like
yeah.
Pudge got patched out, Tusk got patched out.
I think
Tiny
Tiny,
got
yeah.
patched out. So, like, look at this. He's like double chaining it too. Now golems are going to be slain by the hands of the treants.
KP is vicious.
Yeah, but it's really strong. Jarex and Notel are also farming up their own stacks, but should they have to resort to that?
Real action in the bottom lane as S4 has been caught out. There's the clap and now the overpower. Working through S4, keeps his back turned nicely here though, taking some extra damage. Moogie still gives pursuit.
Grave?
The Grave is timed well. The Quills keep
Oh
on
my
coming.
God.
He's still chasing, but the Cage, again locking him down. Oh, they'll take each other out. Kaka and Moogie and Faith will kill S4 first.
The first half of that fight started really well for Newbee. Kaka was able to roll in and then kick the Ursa away. Sorry, kick the Bristleback.
away.
Oh, no, Bristleback away from the Dazzle. And that's why they were actually able to get him so low. But Grave, good spell.
Ursa does not actually have a poor man's shield. I think that one extra armor would go a long way for him surviving these Bristle Quill sprays.
Still shows you how strong the Bristle is, that up against a tri-lane and an Ursa who's supposed to be one of his natural counters, he's still managing to trade in a 3v2 scenario.
He does have one of the best partners, though. I think like
Yeah.
Wisp and Dazzle are the two best partners for Bristle.
I am surprised that there wasn't any Sunstrikes to like make that scary for him.
Kaka rolling in mid. He's perhaps overextended here as the Sunstrike comes out, not going to hit him. Still, the Cold Snap does the work, and Ana gets a kill. Did force Jarex and Fly both to rotate. Still, Earth Spirit overextending, and there is a Hill Ward, so that was an easily dodged rotation for Mr. Ana. Wonder if they'll know him. Moogie, bottom lane, still going in here on S4. 2 more auto attacks, not in time, and now S4 with the turnaround. The clap comes through. Will survive. He's got to be a little chafed by this Dazzle always being in the right place at the right time.
Well, they survived to the Shrine, though. That's pretty good. And looking at the CS, they're actually even on CS, Ursa, and Bristleback. So I would say this is, yeah, as you mentioned, a big win for OG. Only having 2 heroes down there and still shutting down this Ursa a decent amount.
So what are we going to see out of the core Visage? We haven't really talked about him. All the action's been bottom, but I think that's the real topic.
I always like Solar Crest on the hero. Solar Crest is going to be incredibly good. I just don't know if the Bristleback's going to get it. But Solar Crest Atos is what we see normally.
What are the preferred talents for Visage?
Newbee and I were talking about it earlier.
As support, you generally want the gold per minute because, you just want gold. Oh my god, that's
Action bottom, S4 taking out the whole tri-lane with Alpha Fly. Oh, those quills, though. So strong.
But as a core, you generally want the percentage. It's a big percentage gain for level 10 talent. And he's likely going to pick that up.
1900 damage done by the quills there.
It looks like he's going drums first on Visage. So just the mass auros.
It's going to be a fat fly.
They do have a lot of minus armor too. They have goo and they have the weave. So
Yep.
the birds can do a ton of damage here.
And Newbee do not have much physical damage mitigation this game. They don't have a Dazzle or some naturally tanky hero like a Dragon Knight.
No Sven.
I mean, I guess Ursa could build Lats, but Ursa right now is having...
Ursa's got issues here in the bottom lane. The Sunstrike comes out with the Burrow Strike connecting as well. Mugi wondering where his team is. Jirax with the timely Sandstorm, dodging that last auto attack that would have killed him. Did by his phase boots now. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Ana tanking the Spirit Siphon, goes in with the Cold Snap, likely going down here, wants to take someone with him. Won't be happening though. And meanwhile, they still chase for more Faith. Pursued out by S4 and Fly. I think that's a bit too far to go with S4 out of mana. Does have the Soul Rain and the Salve, but KP looking for the punish. The Echo is available. Could be an opportunity here for the old Shaker.
Losing lanes when you have an Ursa on your team is always a really, really bad sign. It's kind of like losing the early game with a Drow Ranger. So I'm not favoring these going into the later game unless this like core Visage just completely does not pan out for them.
Nice glimpse back, but perhaps it could come back to hurt them. They have the Shaker locking him down with the Enchant Totem damage. It's enough. Newbee will get the kill. Could see that. Death Prophet, one of the better heroes to deal with that tanky Bristleback.
Oh, 5 heroes though?
Oh, that's worth it. You gotta kill that Bristle.
I don't know. They're getting like Invoker's not a hero that you want to leave alone. Same with this Visage, who is currently dragging the creeps away.
Well, now they're rotating from lane to lane, looking for Ana as well. Go swap with the dust. They came prepared. Newbee, they'll take the Invoker too, or will they? Yes, they will. Uphill, no miss.
Where does that miss? What if that uphill attack was following you and you ran up 2 hills? Should that be a guarantee miss?
No.
No.
It would be 25%. At most, you should double it.
All right, okay.
And even that is some ice fraud, I would say.
Guaranteed miss. Well, Notel gets his first tower. Ooh, the double movie speed build.
I always like hearing like Lumi's ideas
Random
about how the
subject.
game should be rebalanced, though. What would you say your craziest idea ever was, Lumi? If you had to pick one.
Oh, it was when we were casting this like, 120-minute game, and they started running out particles, so the map was raining fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it said that that shouldn't be an animation; it should be like actual fire raining down, So you
Like you're taking damage.
Yeah, you just take damage, speed up the game.
Well, there's a lane ward here, but S4 doesn't have the vision in the jungle, and he's going to get punished for it. They come in with Mugi, trying to stay in front of him, has the enrage, so Mugi can tank these quills. Newbee, again, takes the 4-hero rotation, but again, they get a kill. The conga line bottom does pay off.
It's okay if they don't lose a mid tower for it, and it looks like SC is going to port back in time to at least slow down the push. These birds, I don't know if they were seen. SC is playing like, yeah, he knows the birds are there.
These are like little baby birds. So much smaller than the normal familiars. Those wings.
Look at that. Are you watching this Alacrity bird action? Oh my god.
Their attack speed is ridiculously fast. So, and they get weave.
Ooh.
That weave.
And they find SCCC as well. Sunstrike coming through. Good connection there. Doesn't have that defensive support to save him. No Oracle, no Dazzle, and gets punished for it. The familiars cutting off Faith. Rolling right through Newbee's back lines. The physical damage ramps up from OG. And the towers start to melt.
Alacrity plus bird.
Yeah, man. Is that the
pretty
new
good.
cheese? Better than Alacrity Fire, or, the
That got
panda?
nerfed though.
Yeah, that got nerfed. Well, this is not nerfed, right? So, let's go.
Next patch.
Next match. OG's revealing too much strats. Need to save him for TI, man.
This is feeling like a tough Ursa game now as they continue to harass him here. He's going to have to enrage off that Poison Touch, Jarex. Still looking to close the gap, and he will connect with the Epicenter, the Burrow Strike, the Sunstrike too. Moogie needs help, and he ain't going to get it. Back to the morgue for him. And OG over to the Tier 1 bottom, looking for their third Tier 1 tower in around 11 minutes.
You know, now that I'm looking at the Visage versus Ursa matchup, it seems like Visage is just really good at just controlling the Ursa, even through his ultimate, right? They're just so much slow and disabled just from the hero package. Never mind the, you know, Burrow Strike, Cold Snap, and all that stuff. I don't know actually what this Ursa can do until he gets Blink, and he's nowhere near the ballpark of getting a Blink.
It's a hard Ursa game, to be honest.
Yep.
Like, you go on someone, you commit, and then right when they're
Grave,
about to die,
yeah.
Grave. Cold Snap, Invoker's really good at kiting you.
Ice Wall, yeah.
As long as he can get Roach, though, he should still be relevant throughout the later phases of the game. However, he could potentially get scattered out by Sunstrike or Visage Familiars. However, Visage Familiars are pushing bottom, and Invoker is nowhere to be seen.
Speaking of which, that bottom tower is dropping pretty quickly. They're going to scout it out now. And No-Tail starts to rotate immediately. Did buy the Tome. Looking for that level 10 ASAP. The Roche is low. About to die to Moogie. Tanking the gank is Kaka. Likely going to pay for it with his life. Tries to retreat. The Soul Assumption. And the Familiars take him down. But that for an age is not too shabby for Newbee if they can get out. And looks like they will.
So I'm not sure how much they can do with it, though. I think it's like going to be better for actually like the death profit.
Wow, Moogie's sticking around.
Yeah. I think Ben, you're saying like this Aegis is not going to be letting them taking like a tower or anything, right?
Yeah, I just don't think it's particularly great. They have to take it because their lineup is meant to be able to do Roshan, but at the same time, it doesn't aid them as much as it would for a normal lineup, I think.
I think the best thing that this Aegis could do for them is like have OG overcommit for a kill, and then you just let long fight drag out with Exorcism.
Look at S4 stack. Oh, man. I think it's a quad stack, quad ancient stack he's taking out. Arcane Rune makes it easy.
Yeah, and they are smoking while this is happening, showing two bottoms, so it's not too obvious. Newbee have the vision up the hill. They'd love to get eyes on Ana, and they will with the rolling boulder forward. Now the silence connecting. Good boulder smash, and with that the Spirit Siphon, the Enchant Totem, Fissure, timed perfectly. Good combo takedown from Newbee, and another death for Ana. Still up there in net worth, but definitely not on top the way he would like.
They're never getting these like kills into towers, though. They got the Bristle kill on bottom, T1 bottom still up. They get this Invoker kill in the jungle, but he's still going to be up by the time this T2 push happens. So there's just not that much they can actually do.
Moogie being pursued quite a bit here. He's going to enrage, TP, nothing to cancel that. Make it out. Still, though, he is running from the Bristle, not running at him. No-Tail does opt for the XP gain talent.
Yeah, his level 25 doesn't seem that insane. So I'm not sure how I feel about him as a core, but No-Tail, show me the light.
Show me the light.
He doesn't really have to be like a hard one, though, right? Like, you look at their draft, they have plenty of other late game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him as Ursa bottom.
He's got Aegis.
I don't think he wants to spend it like that. Where's the TPs?
Team is going to come in now. The Weave is deployed. Moogie almost losing that Aegis, and now the Yule Scepter from SCCC. He'd love to get something going here with the Echo from KP. He will. Yes, sirree. Now the Fissure coming through. Fly on the run. They're going to lose S4, and the Aegis in return for that, if that's all they get, it's really not enough for Newbee. And it seems that is all they'll get.
Again, I don't think they'll be able to convert it.
The lanes are just pushing too hard against them. OG really good at split pushing here.
Conversion makes it sound like football. It's like your third down conversion rate.
Your exorcism conversion.
Yeah. And right now it's 0%. Actually, did they use it for top? I'm not sure.
Well, they got top, but it's not because of the exorcism.
So 0 gank into conversion rate, tower conversion,
Tower
objective
conversion rate. I think it's okay to use Exorcism for like a big fight, right? Or you know.
Was that a big fight? What?
No,
is
that
the
was not a
Bristle
big
key
fight.
kill?
I mean, given the fact that you have a Visage as your one position, you do want the Bristle to lift some of that weight. So repeatedly killing the Bristle does have some merits, I think.
Looks like Newbee are going to conga line the river now. Rolling onto No Taylor, trying to. Kaka gets up the Boulder Smash, the Glimpse back, set up by this, and now they can get onto him with the Spirit Siphon, as well as the Enchant Totem. Good pickoff, but the Familiar interruption, it's a beauty from No Tail. Now, perhaps the Epicenter coming through. KP taking some hefty damage here, stays alive to Magnetize. It's enough to force them on their heels. He actually didn't end up going for that Epi, but they still get 3. Mugi now in trouble, enraged, tries to TP out. Nope, Burrow Strike's gonna deny that. 4, make it 5 down.
Okay, so that team fight is the reason why you want to have a Core Visage. He got jumped by like 4 heroes, but Gravekeeper Cloak is a spell. I mean, yeah, you get like 80% resistant when you have 4 stacks on. He just like took it up the chin.
That and the Familiars were in like the dream position to completely change the complexion of that fight.
He didn't even have double summon. Like normally you just like have your birds, stun them all, summon, stun them all again, and then you just laugh at them.
Wasn't even their full team fight. Jarex didn't actually Epicenter.
It's pretty scary. Yeah.
I think Core Visage needs to be played like a high tempo core hero. Like think of Lifestealer, but maybe a little bit even faster. You're
like a Razor or something.
I mean, Razor sometimes go Midas, right? Like I think with this hero, you just like get your first item and you just go, and that's exactly what he's been doing. And in terms of a drafting perspective, you need your mid and off lane to be like more carriage role. So the Invoker and Bristleback pairing to me it makes a lot of sense here. This is super neat.
Neato.
I like it.
So he's skipping the medallion because Dazzlo's going for it, and then he's going for straight axe. No complaints here. Good build.
3 stuns is better than 2.
Confirmed.
Any tight enough level so that this Familiar is actually pretty tinky. They don't have a good way to kill the Familiars. Like Bristle is really good at killing Familiars. That's one of the best ones, I think. But
Sniper.
Sniper is like so-so. It's more you don't actually like. You want to just be able to kill it just by doing what you normally be doing. So Bristle, like you're tanking anyways.
Right.
You're pressing your close spray anyways.
What about DPO?
DPO seems decent. Seems like a lot of small instances, so it proc the Gravekeepers.
Yeah, I think that's the key thing. The birds are much squishier if Gravekeeper isn't applied onto them, right? So breaking the Visage Cloak, I think, is priority number 1 if you're taking a team fight for Newbee.
Well, Newbee trying to spread the map out their own way as KP is worming his way here through the trees, but in the river they found SCCC, has the Yule Scepter, has the high ground, has Mugi in position who jumps in, straight onto Fly, gonna force out that Grave nice and early. That means it's not available for a core such as Ana, who's being hounded from the rear. Is forced back on his heels, Kaka looking for the long range shot, not gonna happen, and meanwhile No Tail with the flank play, bringing down Faith on the Disruptor. Still moving in even deeper as Mugi, but he does not have the enrage. He melts to the meatball. No Tail gets the last hit. And now, S4 gets in the action. Echo Slam committed, only for the Bristle, and he's graved again. The fight's lasted long enough for a secondary grave to come out. Oh, this is looking real bad for Newbee as they get run over. 4 down. Now looking for the 5th. SCCC on the run. Exorcism even committed for this fight, in addition to the Echo. So their whole complement of huge team fight spells thrown out the window in a lost endeavor. And now it's OG, a great pushing lineup, breaking the base.
Oh, I can't wait to see Alacrity on them birds. Let's go. Oh my god. Can the frames even keep up?
Plus 115.
Radiant's middle tower.
That was fast.
We get the glimpse back on Ana here, though. He's trying to retreat successfully with the help of his team. Ursa moving in. Fissure just clipping him. Could this be an opening? A follow-up glimpse available in 8. They do have that Static Storm, but S4 is the front line, and you don't really want to poke the porcupine. Newbee forced to back away. OG seems like they may stick around knowing that Exorcism's on cooldown and still commit for this Rex. And there's the eggs. They want shrines first.
I'm just watching these birds destroy everything.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So what went wrong for Newbee? Why are they in this terrible, terrible position right now? Was it all bottom lane, where Bristle died a few times but slowed the Ursa down to a snail's pace?
I think it was mainly bottom lane, yeah. The Bristle Dazzle they got a triple kill in a 3v2.
Yeah, that led to the fact where like they eventually got the Aegis, but then we're saying, okay, what do you actually get out of that Aegis? And essentially they got nothing out of it, right? Like the Ursa being such a non-factor was a big problem. Also in that fight where they just got on the Visage and they didn't even get the kill and they just got dumpstered.
Right, but Visage does need like quite a bit of time before he's that tanky and difficult to deal with, you know, so.
I don't think so. Like, I think you just need 7. You just need max cloak.
Yeah, but meanwhile, like they could be winning all the other lanes except there's a Bristle Dazzle bottom, so they can't. Like they have to commit 3 heroes just to survive in that lane.
Do you guys think that the Visage was instrumental to the strategy, or most other position ones could have fulfilled the same role if they tailored their play suitable to that?
I think if any position 1 that's playing this fast, right? If you have an anti-mage, then no. But
So what does the Visage offer that?
well,
other
for
heroes
example,
don't?
in that last team fight, like when the team fight broke out, Faith just died. I think very few position 1 hero could have that kind of burst kill potential, because essentially what he's doing, he Grave Chill and then send birds and he's dead.
They did find Ana here nice and early. Static
Look,
Storm
Faith is
Fissure,
hit.
and down he goes. Out for 50, has the buyback. The Enchant Totem doing work as Jurex gets chunked down. The pipe came in a bit too late. The trade throws Mugi. He quickly falls. Echo committed, but S4 still healthy. I don't think they have the damage to deal with him. Even if they've killed off the other cores, it ain't gonna matter. KP hiding in the river. Fissure, futile effort at that. The Exorcism not enough, and SCC on his heels has to limp away.
Yeah, those stacks replenish.
All right, team fight recap. Visage, 3.5k damage. Bristle. So I was watching the team fight, and it seems that Visage's armor is never shredded. There is no like enough damage instances that shreds it. I don't think the ghosts are doing enough damage.
Well, Static Storm should.
Well, he was never on the Static Storm. Yeah.
I mean, you can't focus the Visage. You have to go on the Invoker first, or maybe the Dazzle.
Right. Yeah, No Tails just sends 3 birds on Faith, and Faith just casts 1 spells and dies.
I'm of the mind that the Visage definitely fits well in the strategy like you, but I think
You don't think it's
I
instrumental?
think the the Bristle offlane was the key. The Bristle Dazzle just did way too much work. Anything
the
that's like
Brizzle
a
lane.
decent the Brizzle lane, the Brazzle lane. Sounds a little like Brazzers.
That lane went like Brazzers for the Ursa. Let's just.
Not the good kind. Brizzle the Dizzle.
Brizzle my dizzle.
that is a combo. Yeah.
But yeah, that lane owned. That's mine.
Dazzle my brazzle.
I'm curious to see the damage output for Visage at the end of the game.
Very large and in charge.
Yeah.
That is my prediction. Oh, and Lumi, now he's got cheese. Think of the effective HP.
He's not even dying, right? Grave is.
Think of the value.
Think of the value. He'll probably cheese when he's out of mana, so he can keep killing people with Soul Assumption.
But Gravekeepers plus cheese, that's so much effective HP heal. Oh my god. And weave. Wow.
And we. Wow.
Well, that's the thing. They have heroes that actually buff up his like innate poor tankiness. He already has armor from weave, and Bristle has pipe where extra magic exists.
That's how.
Guys, they've trapped us 4. This is their time to strike. Jump that Bristle. Get him quick before the team can come. And they're going to try. They push him back towards the tier 4 tower. In comes the Spirit Siphon, and he cackles to himself, turns his back, stays alive. Now the Echo, commitment from KP onto the Invoker. He tries to fissure so that he can also catch out Fly. It didn't happen quite right, and now KP pays the Piper. Buyback here from the Spirit for round number 2, but he's not going to come back with a full complement of spells. The Magnetize already down. OG have Newbee on the back foot, and indeed they have them out of the game. A crucial win. Thunder's
Best.
It turns out Ice Frog could nerf OG's illusion heroes. They just have more cheese. Like, they are an endless supply of La Fromage.
Is this that cheesy? I think it's just a solid strategy, Lumi.
They never needed to do the cheese, right? But the cheese is there, right? They had the Alacrity Bird. That's pretty
there.
cheesy, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't need the cheese, though.
All right, damage check. Ben,
Damage check.
please.
Okay, I'm there.
The things that really matter. All right. Let's see.
Bristle did 20,000.
In the off lane.
Yeah,
In
but
the
that's a
off
Bristle.
lane.
That's an OP hero.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. The Bristle was the key to the strategy.
I
He was
don't
versus
disagree.
heroes most of the time, though.
Yeah.
No-Tail was free farming, so he's not going to have that much hero damage. GPM's like, whatever. Yeah. I mean, as the game
So
would have gone longer, it would
I'm personally like really impressed with the Visage, but it seems like you guys are like, you know.
No, I
He's aight.
liked it. I think it
He's
fit
aight.
really well.
I see the potential, but I don't think he was the crux of the strategy.
Okay.
I would like to see the Visage without the off lane that like rolled
Yeah.
face. You know,
Same.
Okay.
Yeah.
small sample size, Lumi.
He's 7-0 and 13.
There's a mathematical concept for you.
Dude, Bristle 20,000 damage in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and he pressed one button. High skill.
Yeah, he had to turn around.
He was against like a Bristle counter too. You know,
What's a Bristle counter?
Ursa.
There is
Supposed-
no counter.
he's supposed to be good against Bristle.
I guess.
He's
Silver
not.
Edge,
Yeah, Silver Edge Ursa. There you go.
LC.
Yeah, not counters.
I hear some light ambient music in the background.
We're just chilling here. You know?
Okay.
They weren't prepared though. They didn't deal well with the Bristle. They didn't stop the Visit from farming. They didn't stop the Ancient stacks. They
What did they do?
they had a 0% conversion rate.
They got the Roche.
They got the Roche.
Got him. With the Ursa lineup, they got the Roche.
They did not have the best lineup to take advantage of the Aegis, to be fair. Like, Ursa's not that great with Aegis. Death Prophet's definitely not that good with
I
it.
think what they actually did was pick Ursa too early. They picked Ursa, what, third, I believe? It was
Yes.
Disruptor, Earthshaker, into Ursa.
No,
Yeah.
DP first, right? Ursa
Oh.
came later, I think.
Was it? I thought their DP was fourth.
Pretty sure.
it
I want
was.
to say DP.
I know.
It was Shaker,
Shaker
Disruptor
Disruptor.
Yeah,
first.
that's for sure.
and then
Was it Ursa?
Pretty sure it's DP next.
Okay, I think
can I
you're
check
right. I think you're
somewhere?
right.
I think DP was 4.
What?
Alright, let's
Was
check.
it? Are you sure?
Dota buff, rescue us.
Okay, I'm checking. I'm checking right now.
Match ID replay.
Let's see who's this real 780.
What?
Um,
You can't even see it yet.
yeah, it was a Ursa third.
Yeah, Death Prophet 4th.
That's why I'm the 780.
Get out of here.
That's why
you
you
made me
800.
doubt myself.
I
God.
have that effect. I make people doubt themselves.
So Ursa was third.
That's-
If they didn't pick Ursa up third, maybe they would have more flexibility in the draft. But when you have Ursa DP and then you lose the early game, and you can't do
I know
anything with
you're
Aegis,
just a hater of Ursa.
I think Ursa
The
Mag's,
win lane,
Ursa
lose-
Mag's
lose
decent,
game.
but they have to have a stronger off lane. I think one that scales better than Earthshaker. Win
Okay.
lane, lose game.
That's what
that-
you say, right?
I think it's good for teams that make very few mistakes
Okay.
because I think that a mistake made by our Ursa team is just blown way out of proportion because of Ursa.
Right.
And
I agree with you. I hate Ursa as a hero.
Yeah,
It's
I
just-
dislike the hero, but I see
yeah.
its merits. It
Yeah.
wins the lane usually, and it
Well,
always takes road.
Didn't even win the lane this time, so that was,
That's
that
why
was
you
the
gotta throw
problem.
it the usually.
Yeah.
That's not a fair fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bristle clearly not nerfed enough.
I do not think they should have banned the Shadow Shaman the first phase too. That's the thing. It's like, why would you ban Shadow Shaman? Would Shadow Shaman have won the offlane for them? No, they had.
It hasn't even been that good for OG when they picked it.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think the Dazzle, as I mentioned early on in the draft, is like they needed this hero is way stronger with the Bristleback, and they banned the IO out, and then they banned the Bloodseeker, which we've seen sometimes. But that offlane was a big issue. They had a hero that was supposed to win the lane, doesn't win the lane, and you just get crushed in 24 minutes.
Triggered.
Triggered.
Bamboo's going off.
Triggered.
Benwo was angry.
Triggered.
And
Well, it's
so are
Newbee.
we, because the game was quick. We've got more Dota, though. Be sure to check out Beyond the Summit 2. We had EG versus Vici there. Not sure if it's over.
So.
There will be 2 simultaneous streams of glorious Dota 2 action brought to you by Beyond the Summit all day long. I'm LD, and these 2 are triggered, and we'll be back.